What is going on, guys? Welcome back to River Flame Racing Reviews, and I was right about something. In my last video, I said these two F1 drivers could be heading to IndyCar in 2026, and I said it could be Mick Schumacher and Yuki Tsunoda. Well, Yuki Tsunoda has yet to be confirmed, or what he'll be doing in 2026, but I'm so far 50% right, because as of Monday, Mick Schumacher was announced to be joining Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing in the number 40. I was pretty surprised that they switched, I said 40, I meant to say 47. I was pretty surprised that they switched the number from 30 to 47, but that was really cool. If you don't know why that is, Mick Schumacher in F1 raced for 47. Really cool meaning behind that number. If you don't know, his dad, Michael Schumacher, won 7 F1 World Championships, and you can read the number 47, meaning for Michael. So I think that's really cool. As if you don't know, Michael Schumacher's had a pretty major skiing accident, I believe, in 2013, and has, pretty much impacted, it's really impacted his life. So I think that's a really, really cool way for Mick to give tribute to his dad. And I'm a huge, huge fan of Mick Schumacher. So I'm really, really happy about this. So he'll be replacing Devlin DeFrancesco in 2026. So Ray Hall's lineup has been confirmed with Graham Rahal, Louis Foster, and Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher can be added to this really kind of incredible rookie class we're having in 2026. As we know right now, we have Colin Collette, Dennis Hauger, Mick Schumacher, potential of Yuki Tsunoda coming. So it can really be a pretty cool rookie class in 2026. But I'm really happy about this. It's always cool when you see F1 drivers coming over to IndyCar, and Mick probably should have a better shot at F1. He's an F2 and he's an F3 champion. Mick knows what he's doing. He knows how to drive. He's a great driver. And he's doing the ovals. Like, he's not just coming over and doing the road and street circuit. He's doing the ovals. He's giving the championship a fair chance. He said, if I come over, why not? Why would I not do the ovals? I want a chance at the championship. So it makes a lot of sense. I think this is a career move because I don't see him going back to WEC at all. If Mick Schumacher wanted a WEC career and wanted a WEC championship and wanted a 24-hour Le Mans, he would have made a move probably to like a Ferrari or maybe a Toyota. He would have made a move to one of the better WEC teams, but he hasn't. He's left all of his F1. He's got no F1. His only job he has in 2026 is being a 2026 IndyCar driver. As of now, maybe that could change. Maybe he takes a reserve role in F1, but I don't think he will. He definitely is not going back to WEC. He definitely won't go to IMSA. Super Formula, definitely not. So unless he can go back to F1, Mick Schumacher, in my opinion, is an IndyCar driver for his whole career. I don't see a world and a way where Mick Schumacher isn't an IndyCar driver his whole career, because personally, I don't see him going back to F1. When he was dropped at the end of 2022 by Haas, I thought maybe he'd get a ride for 24. Well, obviously, he got that reserve role from Mercedes in 23. There wasn't really a seat for him. 24, maybe, and then you see Logan Sargent struggling in 2024. You think, this could be Schumacher's in. He might do the second half of the 24 season, maybe redeem himself. They went with Franco Colapinto. James Vowell said Mick Schumacher isn't anything special. He's just an average driver. That's a little harsh in my opinion, but it just didn't work out for him to go back to F1. The 24 and 25, he's been an Alpine driver. He's probably been their best driver in the World Endurance Championship. He's scored some podiums with them, not quite a win, but he's just showed a lot of potential. And Mick Schumacher, in my opinion, has been a career of he's got potential, can he put it together? He's got potential, can he put it together? He's got potential, can he put it together? And he hasn't really been able to put it together, but an IndyCar, I think you could see it come together. I feel like this might be Mick Schumacher coming home. He's coming home to open wheels. He said Schumachers belong in open wheel cars. I agree. His dad had a lot of success at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the Formula One side. I think Mick Schumacher could have success on the IndyCar side. I'll be very interested to see how he does on the ovals, and particularly ROL. Like, if there's bumping at the Indy 500, we know Ray Hall's really struggled on ovals. So could we already be talking about Mick Schumacher being a potential bump at this year's Indy 500? Maybe. Remember last year I said Robert Schwartzman would be bumped and he got the pole. So really don't listen to me when it comes to getting bumped, because really no one knows what they're talking about. It's just a guess. So it's really up in the air. The most interesting thing for me is how's he going to fare on an oval. I think the road and street circuits he'll be pretty good at. I think if he's to get a podium or a win this year, it's going to be at the IMS road course. Ray Hall runs really well there. So if he can get a good result there, that wouldn't surprise me. I think that he's going to take this year to learn, and I think he really is committed to IndyCar. He'll take this year to learn, and I think this year will be a learning year, and I think in 2027 he'll be ready to go. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's just going to come out and smash it and win the championship by 500 points. Who knows? But that being said, this was just a real quick emergency video that Mick Schumacher's coming to IndyCar. We're all excited about it. Thank you, Mick. And before we go, I got to tell you about today's sponsor, Keepsakers, ladies and gentlemen. Keepsakers makes the coolest and most unique IndyCar t-shirts out there. They got a Black Friday deal going on right now. BF20 is the code. Check them out. You don't want to miss them. And with that being said, see ya.